What is the kink that you'll never admit that you're into until right now?
Dressing up as a teacher.
A teacher?
Not me, but the ladies dressing up as a teacher.
Are you a married man?
Absolutely.
And have you told her about this fantasy?
She's a teacher.
Also on today's show, what lie are you currently living? Sarah's answer took a pretty strange turn. Plus, have you ever had something absolutely beautiful in your life only to destroy it moments later? Uli's done it. We'll be talking to him about that. Welcome to Make It Weird, the world's rawest talk show starring real people. All right.
Hello, this is Uli from Springfield, Missouri.
Okay, this is a little unfair, but it's okay. Uli.
I thought it was weird.
I know. I love it. It is. I'm glad you're here because this is a challenge now. Full disclosure that people don't know, Uli works at our radio station in Springfield, Missouri, and we also have a podcast together with Taint.
A little bit of one, yeah.
Yes, it is called Chaos Show. So
yeah, but you said you,
yeah, we're doing this. We're going right to it, dude.
Well, you said no small talk, so I'm ready for the question.
We're going right to this.
All right.
What's the most beautiful thing you've destroyed?
Oh, I mean, I'm going to be super honest with you because I know you expect nothing less. And I don't want to put too fine a point on it, but I would say my second marriage.
Really?
Yeah. All bullshit aside.
How did you how did you destroy it? Why are you taking full blame for this?
Well, it takes two to tango, and I know that. But ultimately, instead of having the courage to look into the mirror and say that I think I might be the problem, I found other things to blame rather than looking in the mirror. It was a pretty low point, man, and I ended up in a situation of infidelity.
Yeah.
And it was, yeah.
Many people do. Do you think that now that, I mean, I got one of the most honest guys in the world on here right now, so I'm taking advantage of this, just so you know.
Okay.
Do you think that some of it, because I've seen so many people who end up stepping out, they end up just making an excuse of reasons why they're doing it, when the truth is they were just horny. They wanted to blame it on the girl. They wanted to blame it on a situation, or she's not paying attention to me, or whatever. Was there any of that involved?
Yeah, I would say, because when it occurred, I was almost 10 years into the marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So had a job on the fire department, had an excavating business, had two small kids. This just makes me sound amazing. And a wife with whom I had as a partner, but I was not actively participating in grown-ups things, right? Like budgeting, scheduling, and so along comes somebody. So this person who used to find me funny and adorable and hilarious, trying to do life with, and then all of a sudden I lose a bunch of weight because of CrossFit, fulfilled every stereotype. And a coach thinks that I'm hilarious, and man, that attention's addictive. And
yes.
I'm not going to say,
no.
So that's
it is, and there is that feeling where, you know, you talked about how you weren't really participating in the adult parts of the relationship, and I find myself doing a little bit of that as well. But I have what I believe to be an excuse, and now I'm begging to try to get some of that back in my relationship. You know, she does all the budgeting. She does all the banking. She comes from a banking background. It was kind of the deal we made. But now she has like 2 jobs. She does it for the Lexington Radio Network. She does it for another business. And I feel like I should be helping out more. And I feel that there's some resentment possibly building up. Now, a lot of the times I feel like something bad's going on. It's in my own head. But I feel like there might be something like that there. is there a way to nip it in the bud before it gets out of control for me?
I would only say, if I was to put, the lens of my experience across what you've given me, that, man, if I had just been like, how can I help? Instead of being like, oh, God damn, I work all day and now you expect me to do X, Y, or Z. Man, because that's easy, right? That's a lazy way out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You seem, but also from how I know you, you also seem that like your wife's happiness is kind of paramount to your own. So I don't know.
I don't think I get credit for that, though. I really don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be, I mean, I tell people all the time, if I did 5% of the things that I do 100% of now, you and I wouldn't be having this conversation.
Exactly.
Because I don't want to say I have nothing but regret, because I get to be here right now with you. I have 2 wonderful boys, amazing stuff. And my ex-wife is actually, she and I are really good friends now. But man, it took a beating. And it's interesting when you have somebody that loves you like that, which I kind of sense you get from Mrs. Terry. It's hard to find again. It's hard to, I don't know. Maybe I'm being overly optimistic about what it was, because it wasn't all sunshine and roses for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro. I wouldn't have stepped out.
Absolutely. Do you think that that's something that you would like in your life now? And, because a lot of times I have these things in my life where I'm never going to let happen again.
Right.
And I've learned my lesson, when it comes to saving money, or when it comes to mistreating a coworker, or when it comes to getting cocky, all these types of things. I refuse to let things happen the way they've happened before, because I didn't like the feeling of that.
And you learned the lesson, right?
I would hope so. I would hope so. So do you want another chance, is what I'm trying to say? Or is this something where you're not thinking about it?
With this person?
No, with any person. With any person. Do you want
no.
another shot at doing it right? Or does that even matter to you at this current stage of your life? Not the future you, but does it matter to you right this second?
Well, I also know that you're speaking from a bit of an informed point of view, because you know what a hoe bag I am.
That's why I love you.
I'm in my honesty phase, aka just calling me a slut. Yeah, I think so, because I think when we have, any 2 people can get together and push body parts together, but it would be nice to find that person that, because to quote someone else, I don't think we're capable of seeing all of our own blind spots, and having someone in our life that can do that with us is pretty awesome. And I think it makes a better version of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're pretty.
I don't know.
Has your wife noticed, your ex-wife, excuse me, has she noticed a change in you?
Oh, big time. Well, I dropped a bunch of weight, and she's like, "Where the fuck was that guy when I was married to him?" At first,
yeah.
Right there. But no, she has. She's like, "Wow, I'm proud of." Like, it's funny. I think she says it with a little bit of vitriol, only because she's like, "Yeah, but I went through the bullshit with you, and here's the better version of you."
Mm-hmm.
But I also know that, like, I don't know, man. We put our kids first. That sounds so trite, but we really did, and I think that's what allowed us to have a decent relationship.
Yeah, that's
There was
good.
a time where I would say stuff to her like, "I hope her husband gets a job on the moon," like real shitty stuff. But he's actually a good guy.
Doesn't that suck when they're a good guy? It's like, okay, you know what? You did better than me. And that's usually what they do. They go looking for what you're not.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No. 100% she upgraded, right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
But you know what? Here's the thing I wouldn't trade, Terry. The version of me that was married to her didn't have the emotional maturity to handle who she is as a person. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, for sure.
So I think I could now, but I wondered what would it look like if we met each other now. She'd probably just call me all in bullshit and say, "She's out of here."
Yeah, it's fun to kind of think about it, but I've learned that recently that the more I just keep looking at what ifs,
right?
It's a tough thing. But I also believe, like when I asked you, you're at a certain stage of your life where you think you could give it your all to one person. You know, if you meet that right
Yeah.
person, you're in, because a lot of people sometimes aren't ready. And a lot of people think they're broken. I've had so
Is she
many.
wearing leather pants?
That helps.
All right.
I know a lot of people think that they're broken, you know, that, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to pull off a great relationship. I'm never going to be able to remain faithful. I'm never going to be able to not have anger issues, you know, whatever the things are.
Right.
But I really believe that a lot of it comes from, and I know this sounds woo-wooey and silly, a lot of it comes from just finally having enough. I've known,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
No.
I've known
Yeah.
people to stop drinking because they've just finally had enough. You know,
Okay, that seems like a personal attack. Well, go ahead.
That has nothing to do with you. You know, that has nothing to do with
The
you.
narcissist in me sees you.
I've known people to stop smoking just because they've had enough, but I also know a lot of people
Right.
who need some help. So
Sure,
you know, so I mean, I that's why I asked the do you? I guess what I'm trying to get at is there's this quote that I'm trying to remember who said it, but you're free to change your mind. And I've always believed that you are free
Ooh,
to
I like
change your
that.
mind. And a lot of people think that you are wishy-washy or you're jumping on a bandwagon or whatever. Why do you think that people want to keep you where they are in their mind?
Because that's where they are. And when you have growth, it represents a threat to the status quo that they're living in.
Yeah.
And so they don't like to think about that. Like, who do you think you are? It comes down to that whole thing. What, you think you're better than me? Well, no, I'm just living my life.
Yeah.
Right. But
have you ever had to kick people to the curb because of that? Because I know that
Oh, yeah.
I've had too many times. I've heard that you think you're better than me before. No, because I don't
Yeah.
want to go out and drink at night. Because I don't
Right.
want to go out because I prefer to do other things or to
Right.
read or whatever the hell it is. I sound like a
Right.
boring
Yeah.
guy, you know. But
No.
it's usually those people that get angry. That's usually the people that are just living in the moment, and I admire that quality in them. You know, even
Yeah,
though I'm
and
choosing not to, I admire that quality.
well, and I think okay, for example, people let's take the drinking thing. Seems really obscure and not related to anything. So, but if if all of a sudden the people that I used to run around with are like, hey man, I'm just going to throttle back. This is not for me. Instead of having the capacity to say, good for you, dude. Like, yeah, you're making better choices. I think it's instinctive that we look inward and be like, well, maybe I have a problem, right? And so if you're trying to better yourself, whether it's through podcasts or going to the gym or whatever, there's always going to be people that just, they thrive on that negative energy. And I'll tell you that voice, that radio signal is super loud. It occupies a lot of rent in my head and I hate it. I'm still working on that.
How many people you know that want to lose weight and they decide they're going to do it, and maybe they got a buddy that's the same size, possibly a little bit bigger, and they're going, come on,
Right.
man, just a piece of pizza. That's all we're doing tonight. Come on. You know, they want to keep you right there with them. It's really strange.
Right.
It's really
Another
strange.
personal attack I'm feeling, but yes, absolutely. You really hit both. You want to go for the cycle?
Yeah,
you want to go for the cycle?
if I knew what it was, I'll go there. I have no idea what it is, but man, it is. I've always enjoyed our deeper conversations. You're really fun to have these conversations with.
Yeah,
so this was an easy one.
Well, I don't want to hog up the airwaves. I know lots of people have questions. I just thought you were sitting there, and I thought,
no, I
I'd like
appreciate
to have
it.
a no bullshit thing, and I'll make way for the next one.
No, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for checking in, and we will talk to you a
Of
little
course.
later on this week, buddy.
All right, sounds good, my friend.
Oh, here we go. Who's this?
This is Sarah.
Sarah.
Yes. I talked to you the other day.
Okay, here we go.
Huh?
What's a lie you're currently living?
But I have it all together.
So you really are trying to show everybody. I mean, do you have kids and stuff?
I have a 10-year-old.
So you're really trying to act like you have it together so they don't scare you?
Trying.
What do you think about parents that tell their kids a little too much? Hey, we're battling for money this month. Stop asking for toys and stuff like that.
I would never say that to my kid. I would go broke. before I said that.
Yeah, I would. I mean, that was a big thing at my household. But
Yeah.
my mom and dad kept a lot from me. And I think it's because my father was very ill
Mhm.
when I was young, and all through my growing up with him, he was in a wheelchair and everything else. And I don't think
And
they. I
I'm
don't.
very sorry about that.
It's all right. And I don't think they told me the truth about that, but I was able at least to pick up on some hints around the
Right.
house that,
Of course.
when coworkers of my, ex coworkers of my dad, because he's had to stop working, when ex coworkers of my dad would show up with envelopes of money and food and everything
Right.
else, they knew that the times were tough. So what are in what forms are you trying to keep it together? What are you covering up right now?
Just paying bills, paying for my mom in a nursing home, and they take thousands of dollars from me, which I don't have,
Hmm.
and because I have to pay for her to be somewhere, and then, it's just ridiculous that, I mean, the government doesn't help. Like, she has Medicare and Medicaid, and then after Medicare, a secondary payer, and then Medicaid, and I still owe $5,000 for a nursing home.
Yeah, that's really tough. That's real life right there.
And then, like, I mean, because me and her, well, I had to take her off my bank account because they came and took all of my money, and then I was left with nothing.
Who's they? That
The
came.
government,
Really?
you,
Boy, 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 Sarah. Uh,
and so,
Go ahead.
no, I was just saying, it's just, I always, having dignity coming into this life and going out, is it's not even there.
Hmm.
Like, how can we not protect, like, older individuals who have worked their ass off their entire life, and the government takes everything?
Unfortunately, you even talk about stuff like this. Nobody wants to talk about it. People think you're
No, they
blaming it.
don't.
People think you're blaming some administration, or you're talking trash about their girl or guy, and the facts are facts. This stuff could
Yeah.
hit anybody.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and it is brutal. I talked about this on the Lex and Terry show this morning, that they are
I
trying
didn't
to
get to hear it. I'm sorry.
they're trying to do a thing with Medicare, depending on which Medicare you have. There's the Medicare original, then there's the one where the I don't know, the supplement. I don't
It's
know which
a Medicare Advantage plan. Don't,
Advantage. And the
yeah,
Medicare
don't
Advantage,
ever get a MAP plan. Don't ever do it.
and exactly, but they want people to be on that plan.
Exactly, because they sit there and they screw you over because they'll sit there. Number one, I worked in insurance for like 20 years, and or for a hospital and dealt with insurance. A Medicare Advantage plan, they will sit there and tell you that they follow Medicare guidelines, and it's a total bullshit lie because they're individual insurance plans who make up their own rules.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
so
yeah,
you go in for a tetanus shot, and Medicare would pay for it, but a Medicare Advantage plan will say you don't need it.
yeah. What they are doing right now for people with the original Medicare, because they want people off of that, because like you just said, it's good. It's good, and they want people off of that. Now they're using, I read this was in the New York Times, so it's pretty
Mhm.
reputable. They At least they do their research. They have said
Right.
that what they are doing with this, and this is, to me, it's wrong. They are trying it in 6 or 7 states right now, where they're letting AI, if you are on the regular Medicare plan, AI will deny you or approve of one of the procedures or things that you need.
Mhm.
And
But that's what
they're
things. Sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, but that's what these MAP plan insurance companies do. They sit there and say, "Well, I'm sorry, but you're not approved for that." But like in my mind, a doctor who is supposed to be reputable, ask for like a CT scan.
Yeah.
Okay. But the MAC plans will sit there and say, we're not covering it.
Yeah.
You should have done this, and this, and this, all before it. So why would you pay thousands upon thousands of dollars to have all those birth tests run?
And exactly. And let's remember that your family member, your mom, paid into this her entire life. Paid into this her entire life. And some people use more than they paid. Some people don't. I get it. I know that the government is a business, but at some point you have to start taking care of your older people. You have to start taking care of your veterans. You have to start doing stuff like this. And I don't care what administration it is. Have some, show some compassion, show some dignity.
Decency.
Yeah, it really is frustrating to me, and I'm sorry that you're going through that and that you're trying to act like you're keeping it together. Do you have any siblings? Do you have anybody helping you at all?
I have a sibling who he left it all up to me.
Yeah, that's
to deal with my, our mom, and I'm like, I need help.
Are you the oldest?
Huh?
Are you the oldest?
No, yeah, I'm the baby.
And it's left up to you to take care of your mom.
Well, yeah, because he's just living his life, and all that stuff. Was fine, live your life, but like when it comes to her insurance and the government, and I have to pay that much out of pocket for her to have a home over her head, because she can't come live with me.
Yeah.
I live on the second floor. There was no way in heck she would ever be able to get up here.
Yeah, and a lot of times, you're not qualified to give the kind of care that she probably needs. I mean, you'll do what you can. I mean, I know that you would, but I wasn't expecting that type of an answer on this.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologize. This is a real thing that people are dealing with right now, and I just wish that people would pay attention to it. Listen, I'm not making it political at all. It pisses me off when I see a veteran not getting the care they need, or
it never should have been this way.
Yeah,
out of my paycheck, we pay for Medicare and all that stuff, and then our people who are on Medicare get screwed.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your call today, and I'm sorry you're going through it. And we are all just, I think that anybody who's listening to this right now and heard the question that was posed to you, what is a lie you're currently living? I think we all have about 10 lies we're currently living.
Oh, 100%.
And do you think it's okay to live a lie? I think
I do and I don't. It depends on the lie.
Yeah. There's one way of turning your head and not addressing something that needs to be addressed. Maybe you have some health issue yourself, and you're just going, I'm fine. No, you gotta, that type of stuff. Right. But I think that I'm living a lie. I mean, a lot of my job is that, which is fun, but yeah, I think there's many things where, the fake it till you make it thing has worked out for me many times. But at the same time, you lose credibility with your friends while you're trying to make it, because you're going, this guy's full of shit. Right. So, well, I appreciate your call, Sarah. I wish you the best of luck. Okay. And thanks for checking in again.
You.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye. All right. There you go. What's your name?
Oh, Jesus. Dylan.
What is the kink that you'll never admit that you're into until right now?
Dressing up as a teacher. Let me tell you, when I was a kid, there's nothing better than the thought of seeing kids on the news getting caught up.
Hold on 1 second. It went out when you said dressing out as what?
Dressing up as a teacher.
A teacher?
Not me, but the ladies dressing up as a teacher.
Oh,
there was nothing better than when I was a kid. I was in love with a few teachers growing up. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. And I saw the kids on the news getting in trouble. There was nothing better than that. I wish.
Oh, so you mean getting in trouble because they banged their teacher?
But yes, I wanted to be the one that got my teacher in trouble.
What was your who was your favorite teacher? You don't have to say their name, but what
It
were
was an English teacher, ninth grade. Her name was Miss Duffy.
and what was her qualities where you were just going, "Oh, Miss Duffy, I need that."
She would, when I asked her for, or when anyone asked her for help, she would always wear these loose dresses, and she'd bend over the front of your desk. What do you need? And she'd have both hands on the outside of the desk, and it was just, I don't know. I done forgot what the question was.
That is so the Van Halen Hot for Teacher video gets
Oh,
to you.
1,000%. 1,000%.
So
If anybody says it didn't, they're lying.
what do you think it is about it? But do you think it's an authority figure that all of a sudden you
for
want?
sure.
Oh, really?
It's the authority plus the one of those little forbidden deals. Like everybody loves a little forbidden something. Plus the authority. You're a kid.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I know I'd get in a bunch of trouble if that were the case.
Are you a married man?
Absolutely.
And have you told her about this fantasy?
She's a teacher. Absolutely. I live that fantasy every day, brother. I chased it. I'm telling you.
Really? Do you tell her to scold me? Do you tell her? Do you role play like that?
Listen. It depends. It depends on the weekend, but yes, sometimes I can talk her into it. She's kind of over it at this point. We've been
Yeah.
we've been together for a long time. So
Isn't it weird where you just sit there? When you find the right person that you're able to share some of your fantasies with.
absolutely.
And some of your kinks with, and you're not embarrassed by it, and they don't treat you like you're embarrassed, and maybe they'll do something about it. Because I want to know what my wife's kinks are. I would like to, to do something, but she doesn't really have a lot when it comes to that. I think she just likes people being nice to her because she had dated a bunch of dirtbags in the past.
Oh yeah, let me tell you, the best thing in my opinion is when you don't have to tell your kinks; they create their own kinks for you. I don't know if that makes sense, but you didn't realize that it was a kink till she did it for you. If that makes
Exactly.
sense.
I love the dress up stuff. I love the sexy outfits. I love the lingerie. I love the latex. I love the super high heels.
Absolutely.
I love all of that. But every girl that I've been with, I've let them know that is a fantasy.
A lot of them don't take it well.
I'll tell you the truth. Every one of them is obliged, but I still feel guilty asking for it. I feel like, it really didn't mean anything. It didn't hold the oomph unless it was just somebody walking in dressed like that and going, "Let's do this, you son of a bitch." That
Exactly.
So do you find that to be true as well? Because I know that bothers me when
Yeah,
I ask
there
for
is
it,
a
I
little
feel
less
like,
authenticity.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little less authenticity for sure.
when your wife, when you say, "Hey, about some high heels tonight," and she goes,
Yeah, why don't we do this? And it's like,
all right,
no, I feel like I'm forcing it. What did I just AI? I feel like it's AI real life. I'm just AI in it. It's not even real.
I love it. Well, I appreciate your candid answer. I like it. The fact that you married a teacher is even more funny. It is hilarious. And I appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much, bud.
Hey, thanks, Terry. Have a good one.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Have a great rest of the day. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Hello to everybody on YouTube. Hello to everybody on Facebook. I really appreciate you guys streaming this live. Guys, thank you so much. Appreciate it. We will talk to you later on. Bye-bye.